Hello, I hope you're doing well, and welcome to The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, where I will be playing the lost levels, because I've beaten the game last Sunday, and now we are gonna go ahead and play here at the making of lost levels, because that's part of the remastered version, where we play 3 levels in total, like a bonus level that were deleted, so it's unfinished, and you could play it with commentary of the developers. Let's just try it out and see how this goes. I'm also recording it for the without commentary as well. Morning. Well, for me it's afternoon, but morning, Philip. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so we start with Jackson Party, then we have Seattle Sewers, and then the Hunt. Right. Ellie nervously attends a party in Jackson. All of them don't have any collectibles, so we don't have like look out of stuff. It's just exploring. This level is presented in an unfinished pre-alpha state, reflecting its state when it was originally cut from the game. This level does not have spoken dialogue. Okay, only placeholder lines shown as subtitles. Seattle Sewers. Ellie is swept into the Seattle sewer system. This level is presented. Oh, that's the same. Reflecting the same. Okay, and Ellie follows a trail of blood to an abandoned general store. Right, let's start with Jackson Party. Okay, here you can see it. Let's do it off first. I can do it another time with developer commentary. Introduction video begins the level with introduction video from... Yeah, we do that though. Thank you. Alright, here we go. So, why I do the without commentary of the developers is just I want to explore a bit, and then like...
You're about to play an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2.
Let's hear this out first. Jackson Party.
The reason we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They were months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built the game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina. This sequence would have come very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show what is the rest of Jackson doing, and wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see when you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks, you could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations. And all the different interactions were first or second pass, very, very early passes. The building blocks are there, but nothing is final. And ultimately, while we were very excited by this sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Well, we don't mind that. A really cool idea, though. I remember Insomniac had it a little bit with the museum in what the fuck's wrong with me? With Ratchet & Clank game, Cracking Time. This is what you should actually do with remastered version. This is like a making off kind of thing. Right, let's do this. Okay, so they expanded more of the flashback that we had with village here. So this is right before that they did the dance and such. Even though it's like a deleted scene and you can pretty much like explore here. It's really cool. Did a bit of music. Hey Ellie, come sit. Cat. How's the tattoo doing? It's fine. That's the job. We should touch it up. Maybe I can add something else. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Trying out the Marco Polo clicker version is gonna be awesome. Right, with L2, hold it, yeah. Ooh. Got them all there, nice. Ah, 2 left. Shut up, this game is rigged anyway. Yeah, like one of those bottles, like underneath, could be like filled with sand or something. Or snow. They're definitely playing that Marco Polo clicker game. Okay, how do we interact? Oh, here. Gotcha. Whoa! That's... wow. That kid is even... okay, oh, now we clicker nice. Nice. Ah, already won. Good to you. Can we do it another time? Keep going? No. Ah. Well, that's cool. That's a cool game. Alright, over there. Go. Over here. Probably get some dialogue here. Well, subtitles for us now. Oh, no, just sitting here. Right, let's continue. It could be that I meant like more dialogue talks. No, okay, well, obviously I have to go there. Let me visit here first. Man, oh hey Ellie, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, someone is actually standing here, but they haven't added it in here. Or where are them? What's been done? Wait, hang on. What else can we do? Yeah. We do have some other things here. Right, oh, you can mix the drinks, what I was talking about. Yeah. Bourbon, beer, tequila. Right, let's go for beer. That was actually pretty good. Even if I do say so myself. Okay, you can only do it once. Okay, so next time with the commentary I'll probably do the tequila one. Let me just run over here. No, that's... oh yeah, missed out on here. Right, let's see. Step aside, people. You have to press a button? Probably, maybe? Yeah, we do. Press square to start your swing, then press square again as it reaches the top. Yes. Got it. And that's how it's done. Yeah. And that's also, I think, now everything. As we said down there, we've done those games. The clicker one, we have done that too. Can't explore over here, so yeah. Let's head inside. Hang on. Maybe somewhere here? No. Okay, head inside. Tommy. That could be it. Then now we get the next. Yeah, I was expecting that because then it was a dance in there. I think. Seattle sewers. Ellie swept into the Seattle sewer system, and here's the hunt. One of these will have clickers. Keep the same. Yeah. Okay. Do we get another introduction? Or it's gonna be the same one? Might be the same intro.
In this second deleted level, which is an extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle. This comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she survives an attack by stalkers and gets thrown out of a window and gets swept away by the current. And then we cut this section that used to be there in the final game. Now you will get to play it. So this was a way to get a bit more interesting puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. Ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final. But it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing. Enjoy.
Yeah, we remember this part.
Get off me!
And down we go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and then you go this way. Okay. Cool.
Fuck Seattle. Okay. Where the hell am I?
Tunnel C. So we need to get across. So do you just jump in try to get there? Do we need to die? Let's see. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay. Got it. It's cool. I could have headed in. But now it's in finally though. That's cool. No
What have
levels.
we got here?
Actually, can you? Oh, we can actually see this. Okay, cool. Not that we can do anything about this. Oh, journal. I'm not sure if this is actually new. I don't think it's new. Maybe it's only 3 pages. Primary rotation blows. I don't get why people ask for this assignment. Note to self, talk to Maria about how early I can sign up for patrol training. Dinah and I found this cool old campground today. She said kids used to go there in the summers for fun. We found all these art supplies. She cut colored paper and made some crowns for us while it rained outside. It was a good day. And the last one, Joel said he's taking me on a camping trip next week for my birthday. Ah yeah, that one. The museum one. There's the dinosaur, the T-Rex outside. And then astronaut scene. He found something he said I would love. He's acting very proud of himself. Smug old foggy. Cat sat next to me at the movie night. Our elbows kept touching. I think she was doing it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. Oh, she had a typo there with probably. Dinah made me a crown for my birthday. She went back to the camp and got all this paper. It's pretty great. Okay, now turn this up. Although I think we can turn it. No. Nice, lots of supplies though. No, it doesn't look like I'd have to touch anything up here. Oh, close the door. Well, because of this yellow thing here, we know that we have to get there.
Get me the hell out of here.
It was easy in games that they make like indications where to go with the yellow marks. Yep, shake it. There we go.
Up and out. Just keep going up and out.
Can crawl in here. We can. Nice. I could check if I can like craft anything. No. Probably don't need to in this level. It's a short one, just like the previous one. So the levels are about 20 to 30 minutes each.
Don't lose your shit, Ellie.
Well, first one was pretty short anyway. Squeeze through. Oh, actually, hang on, before I head on, did I miss anything up here? Maybe. Can I climb this? No, it doesn't look like I can climb that. Squeeze through here, did I miss anything there? No, can't climb that, okay. No, miss nothing. Well, at least we now have also dialogue, even though they cut this level. In terms of pace, I kind of get it now that they removed this though. But I would not have minded if it was in the game.
Come on.
The smell must be really awful here. And should be getting worse now. Okay, is that a live stalker right here? Or clicker? Ooh, and then the battery dies. Nice. Oh. Ooh. PTSD here. Sure.
Oh shit!
Probably across there, but not sure. Let's get there probably. Oh, dive down. No, nothing here. Okay, so came from there. Could check out here first. Oh, you have to go this way. And then check out there first. No, nothing here. Not even something to craft. Oh, supplies, I mean. Plus I can't craft anything now. But again, I don't need to. Okay, what type of... Okay, revolver, fine. Okay, squeeze through here and then try to stay on here. Easy. Go underneath. What now? Down here. I could have used the ladder. It's fine. Nothing there. Alright. At some point we will be facing infected, probably. Oh, that was it. Okay, so the next level we will have clickers then. Yeah, okay, that was this level, the Seattle sewers. I do get it now that they removed this. It was like really exciting when she fell down, like a lot of action, and then suddenly it just that went down the really drain. That yeah, it was really taking a long time to get through there. Nothing really happened much, except for the clicker that was lying there, and there's this old Joel in it. Yeah, I do get it that they removed it. I would not have hated that scene though if they kept it in. All right. Last one. The hunt.
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence, this was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie and she's following a trail of blood. And we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Okay, so even with cinematic. Still remember the scene, and then hitting the bunny or rabbit.
Where are you?
Okay, need to find Pumbaa. What type of ammo? Okay, okay. Not that much. We can't. Well, obviously we don't have a backpack, so yeah, we can't check on med kits or something. Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, I don't see... Well, probably gotcha because it's inside there. Alright. Nothing here. Nope. Mountain General Store. Oh, that creature must be in such a hurt here.
Okay. I can't see shit.
Oh! Who am I going crazy? Wait, what do we do then? Do we just need to dodge? Do I need to get close? Do I need to grab my gun and shoot it? I don't want to shoot it, but probably.
Got you.
Poor creature.
It's over.
It's a tough creature though.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, nothing here. I need some health part. We could use this maybe. No, nothing there. Poor creature. At least the rabbit died right away. This one is gonna be in agony. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Had a PTSD moment. Oh, okay. I was expecting a lot more actually. Was um, expecting more clickers or something. It's just like exploring more. Yeah, poor creature. I hope he actually kills the creature out of his misery because that one was in pain, a bore. Let's do it again now with commentary. See what this is about. Developer commentary. We don't need the introduction video for that. Do I need to press button every time for developer commentary? It seems like that. Yeah.
Originally, this level was going to transition us to farm. We would go all the way through to the dance, where Ellie and Dina share their first kiss. Then we would play through farm, and when Ellie plays the guitar at night, she would remember the Seth incident. So, the opening for this was a little tricky. We needed it to match at least a little what you might expect emotionally coming from prior beats, because we were already purposefully disorienting you in time and space. Remember, you just came from this huge fight. To jump straight into it would have been a little too jarring. After some back and forth, we rooted it in Ellie's nerves, calling back to her hands shaking in the theater. But this time, for a much more innocuous reason we'll find out later. She's nervous because she has a crush on Dina, who is the only reason why she's here at the dance.
Okay. I didn't even notice the snowman right there.
Something we really wanted to do was highlight the way their lives had turned upside down since she went down this path. We had this idea of recontextualizing all of our
Perfect, then
usual
proceed.
gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends. The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite. Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history, all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
Okay, next.
It is not a festival without one of these throwing games. This one, of course, uses our throwable system where you're often chucking explosive things or stunning things, but for a more wholesome purpose, although some people take this game really seriously. A fun aspect of this is if you did well, you could win a toy here.
Oh,
Ellie would place it in her pocket. If you
Oh.
had done this, you'd find the toy with JJ, the baby, later back
oh,
in the
now I
farm.
need to do my
When
best.
we cut this, the toy made it through anyway because it was so cute. It is the same one you see on the tractor at the farm.
Okay.
Ollie the elephant.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. The yellow. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Yes. All right. Ah, damn it. Ah, lost already. No. Can't retry though. That's hard.
The makeup
Correct.
artist is pretty simple. It's one of those little in-game scenes we peppered in to make it feel like Ellie had roots in the town. Hallie, our writer, mentioned that in her mind, an ex-girlfriend of Ellie's tattooed her arm to cover up her scar. So
Yeah,
we figured this
we
might
saw
be
that
the
in
only
TV show.
time you get to see that. We wanted to hint at it and allude to it and make it feel like there had been so much more that had been happening and so much more that Ellie threw away.
I'm not sure if I can do that with the commentary because of the subtitles, so that's why I waited a bit longer for that. Yeah. Now next up the hammer seat. Let's try that. If I think there will be commentary for that, but not sure. There. No, doesn't have anything. Okay, so what I do now, because I wanted to do something different than the first time, just try to miss it. That. Nuts. Okay. There.
This is one of my favorite sections because
It
I
is.
think
It is
that
a
it
favorite
achieves
section,
both
yeah.
the slice of life aspect of Jackson while also being a stark reminder of how dark the world that they live in really, really is. To attract attention and curiosity, one of the kids was supposed to make this adorable, messed up little clicker impression, and the others would giggle. We tried a version where if you got close enough, the kid might try to follow you a little before turning back. Since clickers are blind and move by echolocation, for this game of messed up tag, Ellie must close her eyes and listen for when the children give themselves away.
Yeah.
The thought was that these kids are in relative safety. They still grow up with the dangers of clickers and runners, and all those lessons would embed themselves in the games that they play. When the festival got cut, they tried to preserve this moment and move it to the front of the game where the snowball fight is, as a tutorial. However, being in the headspace of a clicker doesn't really teach you how to deal with them. Eventually, it evolved, and they instead made the snowball fight, which was, I think, way more effective. For me,
That's
it's
cool.
character illuminating that not only does Ellie know this game,
But
she
this
plays
could be
along.
cool.
There's a familiarity with the kids that's really nice to see, especially because it's such a difference from the Ellie we see later, who has a sort of hollow normalcy that she's trying to get with JJ, but
Yeah.
kind of fails.
Right, let's do this. Okay. Scan for enemies. Okay, that's new. Gotcha. Oh, and then we get. Okay, so, oh, to the right there. Nothing here. So you just sit down at the fireplace there. did have some like people talking here, but then it suddenly appeared out of nowhere and just went away. Oh, here it is.
There's a hidden spot at the back that was just a bit of fun. It was highlighting Jackson's normalcy with something we would find in a real world. In the back, you would find teenagers finding some alone time with each other in a dark corner of a party.
Oh.
It was rewarding the player for peeking into a hidden corner, but ultimately redirecting them back
I
to the
didn't
festival.
even notice it was
We
right
also
there.
had versions
This
of them
corner.
smoking weed here, despite Maria's consternation, probably having gotten it from Eugene.
Okay. Eugene again. And that was it for this level. For the commentary part. Alright. Oh. Next level. That was the sewers, I think. Yeah. Seattle sewers. That's on, that's off. Alright. Go. Can I actually die in this? No, okay, I'm at different. Okay, they can die. Down we go. Pop. Ah, there.
Okay.
No. Oh yeah, this part is first. This time I don't hit that.
Fuck Seattle.
The ladder acts as an immediate
Okay.
goal for the player, but
Where the
being
hell
able to
am I?
climb out is not going to be so easy. To keep levels interesting and engaging, we alternate between positive and negative values the player experiences.
Thank God.
Here, it's a positive to have found the ladder, but then a negative to discover it's not the solution. But
Yeah.
then another positive to identify the next short-term goal of the doorway. By alternating between these opposing values, we give players what they expect, but not how they expect it.
I don't think I even noticed the ladder at first.
Fucking kidding me.
Right. So you go back.
Okay. There's gotta be another way out.
Yeah. So then you go inside. Ouch. And go through here. It's kind of awesome this thing though. Getting through there.
This level, internally known as Find Nora, was quite long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle. The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This was one of the few areas of the game that used water flow as part of a traversal puzzle. The player has to go upstream to use the current to get to the platform to reach the other side.
Yeah.
We mostly cut this mechanic game wide, however it remained in essence in the section swimming to the aquarium as Ellie, when you were avoiding the waves.
Although that was pretty short.
When players reach the doorway and enter into the room, they're faced with a dead end.
Yeah.
The real reason for this dead end room is that on the reversal when exiting back out of the doorway,
we got
players
here?
are faced with the route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms. The intention here being that the only option is to go off the standard path in order to search for a way out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get it. This way is actually fun. That I had to play it first and then find out myself, and now we had like commentary that you find this solution to get here first. Yeah. Afterwards, actually. That's cool.
Get me the hell out of here. Ugh.
Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn, however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths, promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped.
Okay. Oh, it's 4 out of 5. 15.
We slowly
this
introduced the player to consider climbing into smaller pipes and crouching in these tight spaces. This
Up
is
and
to
out.
slowly build up to and encourage
keep going up and
the
out.
player to climb into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach, which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space, let alone the desired route they need to take. We added a tiny space just to reward the player's exploration with a pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area. A canister and all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
Yeah. Which I found first time, yeah. Which is cool. It's neat.
We love the idea of making Ellie prone through a tiny, dirty pipe in order to get
Yeah.
out, as it was a
That was
great
fun to see.
opportunity to use our prone mechanic. The unique camera setup was created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player. We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to maneuver in these tight spaces easily. Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused issues crawling around corners. We put extra effort into the custom corner collision, so the movement experience is as smooth as the main game. In order for the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we've been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these feelings. We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change up the spatial pacing and keep the level from repeating itself.
Okay. I like that you get more of the details going into like how they actually like give ideas on how to make the level.
This will be a really shitty place to die.
Shitty place to die, yeah.
Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel.
Okay.
However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves.
Oh.
So to avoid any risk of this
Yeah.
happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. Although this isn't as impactful without the prone swim, it's the better decision as it means a smoother experience for the player with no backtracking frustration.
Okay. It went that way. Like I can see now I can go there.
Fucking come on.
We draw the player towards this pipe as it is seemingly the route out of the tight space. Fairly soon it is obvious that this path is blocked.
Yeah.
If the player goes all the way up to the bars that block the path, they are rewarded with a pickup, so this journey doesn't feel wasted. It was important to encourage the player to try to progress along this path so that they would subtly be thinking of progress in this direction. We hint to the player that there is a bigger, new space beyond this pipe by showing the player the waterfall. This helps players consider the other route that they don't know how far the tunnel is or whether they'd make it.
Well, I don't think it actually worked for me because I went right there because the yellow here.
As we surface from the water and over the crest of the slope, we reveal what is further in this tunnel. A clicker that has sprouted and the fungus has grown on the sides of the pipe. It was great to see people who user tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Although we aren't as cruel as to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Over there. I didn't even try that last time.
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the environmental pacing makes it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start for a slightly tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly visible from most of the area, but the player was faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross.
Yeah.
If the player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able to swim across the ladder due to the water's speed. But instead, they had to traverse the pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water.
Oh. Yeah, too high. Okay, there, so I got 12, 13, 14. Did I miss one? I hope not. Yeah, I can't go over here, so you go down here and then right there.
Using this pipe was retained in the iteration
Oh, it's
we shipped
14 and
with,
15.
as it's the last of the extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the
12
sewers,
before.
and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
There's that one down there. Let me backtrack a little, because maybe I missed it, but let me see. Can't be right, but
For the final section, we
yeah,
eventually
12 and
opened you out
15.
into a
Where's
wider
number
area
13 then?
as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to
Unless
this.
unless they
So changing
do
environmental
14
pacing makes it
there
begin
and
to feel
then
like we're coming to the
13
end
there.
of
But
Ellie's ordeal. An
that
earlier
is-
iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start
Okay, so
for a
that's
slightly
12.
tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly visible from most of
Nothing
the area,
below.
but the player was faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross. If the player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able
Oh.
to swim across the ladder due to the water's speed. But
Didn't
instead,
notice
they
that
had
you
to
could,
traverse
go
the
here.
pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water.
So here should be 13 then. Yeah. Oh, I completely missed out on this part here. And yeah. Oh shit. Okay, I definitely was not expecting now anything because there was nothing at first. Just waiting for it because I know there was nothing. Oh man. So there was a creature infected. Jeez. That's fun now. I was not expecting anything anymore. So craft ability, like, doesn't matter, but just want to check. I heard that noise. We could do that. Could do that one, and that even. Right. So this is
This
then
is the first
13
time
and
we
15.
get to see stalkers that are embedded into the walls. So this
Okay,
optional
first time.
room is a nice little early extra that the player gets if they explore. We also
Yeah,
use the
well, I
pickups
missed
to lure
out on
players
it.
over to be close enough to trigger the stalker's attack. This caused quite a few jump scares with user testers who played our game before its release.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Even though I didn't try to rush it the first time, I completely missed that area there. Like, because also you noticed like the ladder over there, big area here. I thought like that's the way we have to go. Let's
Using this
repeat this
pipe
again.
was retained in the iteration we shipped with, as it's the last of the extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the sewers, and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
Okay, Ellie, can we hit the ladder this time? Doesn't seem so. Maybe if I do it like that. Yeah, no. She just turned. Okay. Just ignore the ladder completely. Okay, last one. 15 out of 15.
The last ladder climb is quite lengthy, and although we could have trimmed it down to a shorter climb, we liked how this last segment of the journey built anticipation for whether there was success at the top or not after all you've been through. Ultimately, the ladder exits out into the subway station, which is how it connects in the final game. Ellie then has to find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
Oh, that's action. They could completely skip this out in the TV show then. Which is a shame. That was actually really cool. Falling down in with the sewers that they really just bypassed it with the TV show. It's a shame. Alright, the hunt, last one. Commentary on, yes. Introduction off, yes. Okay, here we go. Last one. Let's also try to explore a little bit to the right.
So the
this time.
boar hunt was one of the hardest levels for me to work on. It was
Oh.
a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And
Oh.
she's hunting. Hunting who?
Okay.
Abby still?
How'd I lose it?
Well, Abby still. Then she's calling Abby an it. So, nah, that would have worked.
There it is.
Okay, nothing to see there. Right. Onwards. 2 out of 5.
In early iterations of the fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar, was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these wider areas, it required custom AI and scripting to make sure it continued to feel organic as an animal, but we really needed it to do specific stuff. It needed to be able to close distances really, really quickly. It needed to charge to attack, but we wanted the feeling of hunting, so we needed to track it down from afar. And we also needed to discourage the player from attacking the boar when it's that close, or it would kind of turn into this melee kerfuffle.
Okay,
How do we do this in our world while keeping the boar believable?
Okay, but they haven't finished that actually in this level. As we're just following the
We must have
plot
gone
now.
through 5 or 6 iterations of the boar fight and all, and every single time it
6
changed pretty
iterations? Wow.
drastically. We split it into clear phases, where one was like all long range. We tried another where you're getting close and you get the jump on it quite literally. You're jumping off of a rock to attack
Okay.
it.
Really
And then
like the
finally, we
idea
tried a
of
bunch where
hunt,
you
yeah.
almost sort of go around a bunch of trailers and try and wrestle it. We uncovered after some time that taking down a boar over several phases felt very laborious and a little dramatic. It was comically long. It felt too boss-like, a little too gamey. We
Okay.
decided to cut the first few phases, and we opted for a cold open after the boar had already been hurt off-screen. So that allowed us to focus on feeling like we're closing in on prey and to introduce the boar when it was at its most dangerous. Already hurt, already feral, much too close for comfort. And so the thinking was it would bring us more into Ellie's mindset. Is this really hunting for food, or is she hunting for some other reason?
Yeah, okay. I get that. So it was too gamey, so they removed it.
How the hell do I get in there?
The gas station was built to highlight the bore's destructiveness. Since it's cramped, the bore feels larger. We also feel trapped with it, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way?
Okay.
Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles. The boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I can't see shit.
What if you don't attack it? Okay, then you get this. That does hurt you a little. Okay, then the character automatically grabs a gun, so it's like an indication you have to shoot it. But I don't want to. And then you get attacked again. Okay, if you don't do anything, you'll die. Yeah. Okay. That sound. Yeah, the only thing you can do right here is just use your weapon. You can't throw stuff at him, so yeah, just your gun. What if you shoot? Okay, yeah. It will notify him and it's like, ah, there you are. Okay. Oh, it's... just in time. Oh, there you are. And then rushes in.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, last commentary here with the developer. Plus it's really last scene then.
The boar kill
The
was supposed to be
PTSD moment.
anything but glorious. With the boar
Yeah.
whimpering at the back of the gas station after Ellie's relentless hunt. After this, hearing the drone that we kind of come to associate with Ellie's trauma, we would hard cut to the stream where she's washing her hands and holding rabbits that she hunted, about to return to Dina.
Okay.
There would be no mention of the boar.
No, not at all. Right, so that was it. All the 3 bonus levels are repeated, so that we have to develop a commentary as well. So first at the first experience with levels, and then the second time just explore a little bit more. Even found the extra area in the sewers, which was a surprise to me, especially now with Stalker then running into me. Quite fun. But with those 3 levels, I do get why they removed it. But completely fine if they kept it in. Quite nice. But really nice that they did that with the remastered version, just added something new. What else did I do actually? There was one more thing. Okay. Never comedy off. Cinematic. Wait. So that's through the whole game, I guess. Concept art, let's take a look at that. Hold X to unlock this collection. Got 745. Not worth it, really. Like, we can see it from here. And there's quite a lot, and some are even really expensive. Maybe if there's like a scene of Joel that I would would buy. I was gonna say, like, I don't remember the scene with Jaws, but no, that was a prop. It was just like flying over there. Anyway, you go underneath. Yeah, escape. Farm. Santa Barbara. Resort. Farm again. Epilogue. And extras. Characters. Hold extra. Yeah, let's do it. Just to see what it's about. View collection. Oh, they got way more. Okay. I thought it was just one image. Okay, so Abby could have gone worse even. Right, that's it. Anything with Joel that I can do? Oh yeah, now I see it. 7 images included. What I mean with that, if you do it. Yeah, there we go. Because those price with 10, sometimes 20, I'm not sure if I can buy everything with what I have now, so I'm not gonna like do it now and buy it all. What's this? Behind the scenes. Okay. And a refill trailer. Yeah, that's fine. We're not gonna do that. But that's that. Behind the scenes, concept arts, lost levels. All done. And you have no return. Survive through a series of randomized combat encounters in roguelike runs. Which I could do some other time. Skins. Okay, just okay. For Ellie, you have this one. You see, that's why I don't want to purchase everything because there are way more points here. Wait. Complete Ellie challenges in no return. Okay. Nice. Put the PlayStation logo here. Anything Jack and Dexter related? Killzone, nice. Hotline Miami. Mortal Kombat. Wipeout Fusion. Destiny, really. Death Stranding. Birthday. That one is actually cool to play around with. Boston. Proper Date 1 2. Let's see Seattle. Patrol. Right, how about the gun? Giraffe. Astronaut. Oh, pretty cool. Probably use one of these next time I do the death scenes where I die on purpose, which I will also be live streaming. Just for now, it was all about lost levels. Not sure when I do it. Maybe tomorrow. Death scenes. Start with it. This is a bit part, like the beginning of the game first. Like just maybe an hour or so. Just give it a little start. Really? Only Abby get the Jack and Dexter? Maybe it's one of these that aren't unlocked, but probably not. Only Abby really get the Jack and Dexter. I remember that from the first game that Ellie had that. With the goggles as such. So only Abby gets Jack and Dexter. That's weird. Siphon filter, that's cool. Twisted metal. Oh man, the getaway. Jeez. Oh, that was not such a cool game as well. Did they edit this? I believe I own a copy somewhere of this. Right, how about the guns? 80s Zebra. Oh yeah, that makes sense, a Zebra. 80s again, and Zebra, okay. Go back, go here to main menu, yes. Okay, afterlife. Jeez. 8-bit, watercolor, okay, Gentian, Void, Pop Poster, 1960. That one's cool. Cool. Literally warm, vibrant, noir. See? Oh yeah, that's cool. Vintage. Beast, terminated. Blacklight, as a fork, blood. Yeah, well, okay. This could get you a headache if after like an hour. Inferno, fire. I'm not gonna use any of those. No. Maybe noir one time. Gameplay modifiers. Okay, so this is a really cool thing. There was in Last of Us as well, and also in Uncharted. Mirror on death. See, that's also like funny to have, like every time it switches when you die. I'm not gonna do it because if Death Scenes, I just want to make it original, so I'm not gonna do the mirror world. Okay, slow motion. Reduce the game speed 50% when enabled. Bullet speed mode. Infinite ammo. That's really helpful for me doing the Death Scenes maybe, but don't have to. But I could unlock it next time when I do the Death Scenes, so maybe tomorrow. Enables infinite weapon durability. That's helpful. Might have to use that for the Death Scenes at least. Because then I can just use any weapon and maybe work on the kills scenes as well. Kill animations. Infinite listen mode range. Cool. One shot. All players gun. Yeah, see if you're stuck, that's really easy to do. You can just switch it out whenever you want. Touch of Death. All players' melee attacks are one-shot kills. Okay. Even bloaters? And a red kick, maybe? 8-bit audio? Nah. Okay, that was that. So the gameplay modifiers. Speedrun recap. Fewer records from speedrun mode. Your best time are saved for each difficulty and permadeath mode. Yeah, that's not gonna work for all the death scenes where I die on purpose. Tracked. Yep. Okay. Model viewer. What's this? Inspect the characters model that appear across the story. Earn points and unlock unique content by finding collectibles here. And what's complete end credits? Well, we already done that by completing the game. I just want to check out this. Okay, yeah, then you can just see it. Do you also get a John Abbey in Golf Club C? No, can't be. Alice. Alice didn't die in the TV show, by the way. Gustavo. Rattler. Stalkers, clickers. Wait, I see male. Do they also do female then? Doesn't seem so. Do with stalker? Oh yeah, okay they do. Text and clicker female. Okay. The Red King, the Red Bloater half. Okay, yeah, the different. Okay. Stalker half. Jeez. That's such a messed up creature. Right, and one more thing I want to just unlock is Joel with this kid. Oh, maybe else. Too. Yeah. The rest keep because I rather use the points on the gameplay modifiers. That one. Right, I think that was it. Go to main menu. Yes. So, talked about everything. Guitar free play. Might as well just try it. Even though I suck at it with the controller a bit. But just checking out all the extra stuff. Because we've done the lost levels. Just see what it's all about. Because next time I try this, I'm gonna just start right ahead with the death scenes. Although I will unlock some gameplay modifiers maybe before I start it. Well, here's all the fingers. And go back. Let me just check the credits. Last remastered. Wait, they're different? Then I definitely just check. Just 2 seconds. Oh, it's probably different because they just oh. Just quit. No, maybe a little bit longer. No, never mind. Never mind. It's gonna take too long. It's like 10 minutes, I believe, the credits. But it's probably a little bit different, of course, because a different team worked on the remastered version. So yeah, that was all the extras. The only thing here left is No Return. I probably will be able to click on it and just to check it out. No Return is a roguelike survival mode. You will fight through a series of randomized combat encounters. I'm not gonna do it now, but just to like show it. Death is permanent in No Return. Acquired weapons, items, upgrades are reset, and a new randomized map generated for every new run. It even has challenges. Defeat the arcade bloater. Unlocks theater infestation. Okay. So you first have to do this until you get the next one. Defeat the red. The red can is even in the okay, No Return. Complete 2 encounters with Ellie. Unlocks Dinah. Upgrade all perseverance skills as Ellie. Kill 4 enemies with mod stuff in 1 encounter. That's stuff. But yeah, okay, so those are the types of skins you will be able to unlock. Okay, Savage Starlight Abby. Complete 2 encounters with Abby. Then you unlock Lev. Gain 50 health from medicals. Okay. Vintage Naughty Dog. Meh, not really worth it, but okay. Jeez. Core unlocks. Play 1 run, then you unlock this one. Custom run allows you to customize the rules of No Return. You can make adjustments to. Okay, that's cool. That definitely helps after 1 run. Play 2 runs. Does it mean just playing, not winning? Probably. That drops will now randomly appear in encounters. Cool. Holdout mode. You and the ally will be attacked by a swarm of infected. Oh my god. And with the amount of ammo you get in Last of Us, oof, that's tough. Yeah, that's in the remastered version. Mods tier. Low health, damage bonus, photo mode filters, stuns. Okay. Good. Stuff kills boosts. Oh, that's cool. Complete all changes for Ellie, aligned characters, unlocks a gun skin, morph weapon. Okay. Well, that's actually a really cool one. A cool skin for the weapon. Seattle. Yeah, not that much, but okay. Progress Ellie challenges to unlock Dinah. Wait, what do you have to do for that again? Complete 2 encounters. Not sure what that means. Is that this? Left. Progress Dinah's challenges. Okay, so each character gets their own. Like this. Okay. So Jesse, Yara, Tommy. Oh, oh no. 100%. What is what? But Tommy's cool too. To play around with. Okay, that's cool. From part 1 even. And gambits. Oh, wait. Progress core chances to unlock gambits. Okay. Progress core chances to unlock part 1. How can I use info? Okay. Complete chances will permanently. Okay. Unlock new character skins, enemies, mods, and more. You can view your active chances from the No Return main menu. Okay. Leaderboard, tutorials. What's tutorials? Oh, this is basic stuff. Yeah, we know all of this by playing the game. What was the last one? Listen mode, yeah. What if I select it? Oh, there's a bigger screen. Never mind that. Alright. Well, I showed everything. Then next time, tomorrow probably, I'm gonna do New Game Plus. And then Die on Purpose. Not sure what kind of difficulty, but probably super hard. That's gonna be a lot easier for me to die there, but I need to die on purpose. Gonna be tough though if I did get all the possible deaths already, and I still facing the red king. That's gonna be tough, but there are still mods that you can play. I think it doesn't affect any progress that you can make in the whole game, but like if you have to deal with not a lot of ammo, because I keep like shooting, like making a lot of kills for the compilation for that video, I still may like progress easier with the red king boss fight and such. Right, well that was it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter because the bonus levels are like 20 minutes, maybe a little bit shorter even, some. But yeah, I want to do a first experience and then did the developer commentary and just explore the whole menu. I really like the main menu, still same style as the first game. Pretty easy to go through here. Instead of like some games that have like already 20 of these at the first page. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and hope you then check out when I do the live stream of me dying on purpose. Which I did with Last of Us Part 1 as well. Which I think I'm halfway even with the death scenes, and then focus on this game again. But yeah, I hope you'll enjoy that, as I have to play it anyway, so that's why I think like, might as well just live stream it. And chat maybe during. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this. And thank you for watching. Bye. So maybe tomorrow, and I will be doing Game of Thrones King's Road live stream right after this. Right, I hope you've enjoyed it, and give it a like if you did enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye.